So what are you gonna do?
What do you mean?
Well, you can't just do nothing for 2 hours. Be just like every other 2 hours of your life.
Oh, great. So Mum says I'm selfish, now you're saying I'm lazy.
Do stuff. The stuff you've always wanted to do. That way, even if the machine's wrong, you still get to do some great things.
Hi, my name is Ella-Rae Smith and I play Vic in 2 Hours. I really enjoy playing Vic because I feel like she is the sort of middle ground of the group. You know, you have Tim, who is super reckless, super naughty, wants to break all of the rules, and then you have Alf, who's the complete opposite. He's terrified of breaking rules and you know, a bit scared of everything. Vic is this lovely balance of the two. You know, she breaks a couple of rules, she's a bit of fun, but she knows where to draw the line, and I love that balance. I think it's really important to have her sort of gluing these two opposites together. I also personally just found it a lot of fun because I went to a girls' school. I never had a sort of teenage experience at school with boys, so kind of reliving that with Harry and Al-Haji, who play Tim and Alf, was really, really, really fun. For me, the biggest challenge about taking on the role of Vic was simply that it was my first ever job. I had almost no idea what I was doing, and just trusted in everyone else's confidence in me, which was scary at the time, but also, you know, the best thing I've ever done. Yeah, just learning on the job, you know, which I think is a really, really rewarding thing to do, and I still do. I'm still learning as I'm going. So yeah, the biggest challenge was simply doing it, actually living my dream. My favourite scenes to shoot were definitely the scenes in the Natural History Museum, just because it's this incredible London landmark and it's so busy all the time. So to be in it at the dead of night when it's completely empty, it's just so surreal. There's this really, really cool part of the museum that we got to go to as well. It's sort of behind the scenes area with all these jars of pickled animals, which sounds kind of gross and was kind of gross, but they're artifacts in their own rights. You know, they're like original artifacts, samples. I don't know the word, I'm not a scientist. But I just remember we were doing a take, we were running through, and me being incredibly clumsy, I fell over, and honestly, no one laughed. And I was like, wasn't that funny? Everyone was just absolutely terrified that I'd broken one of these precious, precious artifacts, which I didn't do. It's all good. And also just being in the Great Hall of the Natural History Museum, so cool to just have it to ourselves. It was just a night that I will never, ever forget. I think that Sean and Marek are going to have to share the title of funniest people in the cast because, I mean, they are comedians. They sort of won from the get-go. But saying that, Al-Haji is hilarious. He's so funny, and so is Harry, both in like super different ways. And then like Fab, who plays Shona, she's really funny. I think everyone is really funny. We had a really, really fun cast and a really, really fun crew, but I'm going to give that crown to Sean and Marek. They can share it. I wasn't so much inspired to go into acting. It's just something I sort of stumbled upon. When I was 12, I was cast in my school play. It was quite a good role, and I found myself just instinctually doing the right thing, like instinctually reacting to other characters, and it just felt so right. And yeah, I just sort of discovered this love and this thing that I really wanted to do. And then I guess what inspired me to go into film and TV specifically was educating myself on film, watching loads of films, and realizing that films could be so much more than what I thought they could be. So yeah, it's sort of like a chance discovery of something I fell completely in love with and couldn't imagine my life without now. my advice to aspiring actors would be to look for every single opportunity you can find. Apply to every single course, meet every single person. It's a hard industry to get into, I'm not going to lie, but you have to make opportunities for yourself if they're not already there. I've done a lot of acting courses. I did a lot of acting courses. Some of them were amazing, some of them were awful, some of them completely changed my life. It's actually through one of them that I saw the casting for 2 hours, just on a website, and I thought, why not? Why not send my tape in? I've got a chance, right? And here I am 3 years later, and I'm a full-time actor. I'm living my dream, you know. You have to just put yourself out there, and if you want it enough, then it will find you, I think. I think that people should watch this film because it is a shining, beaming, bright light in what can feel like quite a dark world. The question of what would you do if you had 2 hours left to live is really thought-provoking. What would you do if you had 2 hours left to live? Like, how many things would you want to cram into that? Why try and cram them into 2 hours? Why not do them every single day? I think it's wonderful to come out of a cinema, or, you know, even just if you're watching on your laptop, to come to the end of a film and feel inspired and thought-provoked. So I think people should watch this film to think about what they would do and start doing it right now, because none of us know how much time we've got left. We need to make the most of every moment.